if you follow on YouTube, if you follow me on YouTube, or if you follow anybody on YouTube, then you have to subscribe, and then you have to hit the bell for notifications. Otherwise, you won't be notified when, if you want to know whenever someone is going live, you have to hit the bell for notifications. What am I doing? All right, let's do this. I've only done 4 out of 7 cakes, and I'm getting ready to finish off the 4th one, and I'll be starting the 5th one. Oh, hang on. I need to set a 60-minute timer. There we go. Woohoo. Oh, I heard something ding. Was that you? No, she wants a message. She wants to be messaged directly and told that we're on. It's okay, I got it. I messaged her. It was for Kathy. I didn't put that's okay. I didn't put a thing in the Magnetiverse this time. Like an event that people could RSVP to and get notifications. So, but it wouldn't matter because it wouldn't have notified when I took breaks and came back either. But if for you, yeah. It's fine. The last cake is gorgeous. You mean the last one that I did? This green and blue? And then this is the ocean night down here. I think the ocean night and the marine green together would make a beautiful blanket. I think I'm going to make myself one. I think I have enough to do it. I'm not sure though. Maybe I'll even make a bigger one for my bed, like a queen size one. Oh, come on. Hi, Lexi. Thanks for following. The one that's the greens. That's the marine green. Yeah, it's really pretty. I think I have enough because I kept some of those back. And the ocean, I'm going to go back one on this. The Ocean Night is still available. There we go. This is rainforest. So I'm bringing in the rainforest now. This is the ding 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 5th cake. Number 5 of 7. Yay! Let's sing a song of 5. Hi, everybody. This even has a little brown in it. They come from Furls, Furls. Okay, so I just felt a little something right here. I felt like a twinge. So if I feel that again or I keep feeling it, I'm going to stop because that didn't feel good. That felt bad, like something bad. I haven't ever felt that before, I don't think. Hi, Anna. Anna. I'm making the 6-day kid blanket. I'm using 7 different colors of Karen tea cakes. This is number 5, the 5th of 7. I've been here since 11 this morning working on this. I'm doing a marathon. Trying to get all 7 done by midnight. I think I might make it. Maybe. Might come up a little short. We'll see. I might have to migrate to my sofa pretty soon or at some point. Best yarn for socks. Well, sock weight yarn. I mean, there are a lot of indie dyers making beautiful sock yarns. The dyer that has my attention right now is Arcane Fibers. Their colors are amazing. They post like a photo, a beautiful color that's their color inspiration, and then they post the photo of the yarn next to it. And the color matching is, and the color, the way that it's combined and placed in the yarn is just, holy moly, it's some of the most beautiful stuff I've ever seen. And I don't really even knit socks. I mean, I do, but I don't enjoy it, you know, like it's not something I do a whole lot of. I used to, but yeah, Arcane Fibers. See if they have a sock weight. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they have to. That would be the bread and butter of an indie dyer, I would think, a sock weight yarn. Okay, this is my end of the row. Lay it down and admire it. Did Kathy come back? I'm still thinking about my ramen. It was good. I might have to make myself another one after I get off. Well, I'll be interested to see how my body is doing tomorrow. And if I have to pay for this, you know, in pain after today. But so far, I would say this was a really fun event and it was worth it. You've ordered sushi. I want sushi now. And my shoulder just clicked a bunch of times. Yeah, so I think after this, on either my next timer or the end of this skein, I think I should make the migration to the sofa. It's been fun crocheting all day. I haven't checked my phone. Hi, Kathy. You made it back. I haven't checked my phone. I haven't checked my email. I haven't checked my messages. Bye, Jenny. I'm trying. I'm trying to make the 6-day blanket in one day. It takes 7 tea cakes to make this version of the 6-day kit blanket, and I'm on my 5th one. And I started at 11 o'clock, and I decided that love you too, my dear, that I'm not going to go past midnight. I'm going to stop at midnight. I have a feeling I'm going to be like almost done at midnight. So we'll see how it goes. I've been sitting at this desk and I've been doing a lot to take care of my body, including stretches and so on. But my shoulders are starting to complain a little bit. You're about to start a business TikTok for yours and your husband's crafty stuff. That's cool. What do you guys do? My fingers are fine. Um, it's my posture on this chair. In order to be under the overhead, I'm feeling like I have to lean forward a little too much. But just when I adjusted the camera so that I could sit back and bring my arms in a little bit more, that did help. Yep, I'm still here. The blanket is too big to spread out on this tabletop and show the whole thing. Thank you. Okay. Good night, Megan. I've been crocheting since I was 7, and I'm almost 50 years. I'm 55. Well, there's a lot you can do with a double crochet. I mean, that's like the main stitch for a lot of projects. Wow. I'm working on blankets right now, but doing one stitch the entire time gets boring. For sure. I would not be able to do it. And that, I feel the same way about C2C. To me, it really doesn't float my boat that it goes from corner to corner like whoop-de-doo. It doesn't make it more interesting to me, you know? I mean, I think it's a cool way to construct something, but it seems to, like, I don't know, give it more interest in some way, but I don't. I think it seems like it's just the same stitch over and over again, and I feel like I would get bored. But I know people love them. There's no way I'm weaving in my ends tonight. And there's no way I'm doing the border either. So I'm just trying to get all 7 tea cakes done. There was one time I did one whole tea cake in an hour, but I used a larger hook and I didn't work such tight tension, and that is one thing that's both slowing me down and making it a little more difficult on my body. I'm having to work a little bit harder than if I had used a 10mm hook instead. But I really want that nice tight tension on this blanket because I know it's going to stretch. So in the long run, it is what it is. Yeah, the shell stitch, I mean, anything that's the same stitch over and over to me is like, I get, even when I do like the star blanket, the 6-day star blanket, and it starts getting really big, and there's like, if it gets to where there's more than like 10 or 15 of the same stitch to do in a row, you know, because like when the points get really big, you have to go, you know, you have to do like 42 double crochets to get to the peak, and it's like, I'm bored. After counting to, I don't count them. I just work until I see what I know, the 3 on the row below, and then I make the point. So I don't count them, but anything above like 8 or 10, I'm like, I'm bored. This is a lot of the same stitch. It's mindless though. Like, it's nice to have a mindless project to work on sometimes, so you can watch your show and you don't have to think. And the star blankets, they're like, oh wait, it's the end of a row. I have to put it down, take care of myself. Sorry, this is all of it you're gonna get to see. It's too big to spread all the way out and show. Hi. Hey, Glynis. Good to see you. Oh, that felt good. That stretch. You're on the YouTube now. I see you over there. How's it going over there? Hydrate. Yep, I'm making a blanket. It's the 6-day kid blanket. Thanks very much. I'm using Karen tea cakes. I'm using 7 different colors. This is the 5th of the 7. It's a 6-weight yarn. And she's saying hi to you, Amy, over there. It's a 6-weight, and I'm using an 8mm hook. I'm working it a little tighter than I normally do. Let's see. I use a Furls Odyssey hook. It's my favorite hook. It's the only one I use. I've been taking frequent breaks throughout the day. I've been working on this blanket since 11 this morning. My goal was to finish the whole thing. I don't think I'll finish. I've got 2 more cakes to go after this one. This is number 5 of 7. And it's not even halfway. But the habits that I have for self-care habits while crocheting are I lay my work down at the end of every row, and I take a little break, take a stretch, take a drink, stretch my hands and fingers and shoulders, and then what do? I'm setting a timer for 60 minutes. I work in 60-minute increments, and then I stand up. So I don't stay in my chair the whole time. I feel like that has really saved me. I took a couple long breaks today. I took a break for about an hour. I went down to the beach, and I sat on the beach for 20-30 minutes, just hanging out, maybe longer. I think that break might have been longer than an hour, actually. Yeah, and I promised myself if I started having pain or any kind of pain, tingling, numbness, swelling, that I would stop. Is that rainbow set of cakes like this? I would just, yes, it's the same. It's exactly this. It's exactly this. You're getting a red strip because you've been on here a long time? Oh my goodness. Please don't hurt yourself. Do you mean in your eyesight? From TikTok? What does that mean? I mean, I've been on here the entire time on my other channel. Am I going to get in trouble from being on here? I love it when the colors change too. And this one changed and I didn't even say anything. I have heard that people have been getting like mass reported on their lives. Like crocheters. Sometimes I saw a red strip I didn't realize. What is that? Oh yeah, I have one on my phone. Whoops. I'm just gonna focus on my crochet. Whoops. Is it that red strip across the top? And then what does it say? Can't see it. I see it flashing now when I look up at my phone. I don't know. I think there's actually a lot of like there is a lot of negativity in the community. I kind of stay out of it. When I see something I don't like, or I just block that person. I think what happens sometimes is there is that's the TikTok universe. Okay. I think what happens sometimes is people people say there's drama. There's drama, and I'm not a part of it. And they don't make videos about it. They don't make TikToks. But then they go on their lives and they talk about it on their lives. So, because that's not, they're on the live, they can do whatever. So I think that's why they might be getting mass reported. There's like drama that goes back and forth, and I think people just get mad at each other, and then they get all their friends to go over to the live and report, and that's how they get people taken down. I don't really know. It's someone sending a gift that's really expensive. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not really seeing that because I'm on my I have my Betty McKnitt is this one, the the one that's overhead, and so I'm watching on my desktop, and I have another account pulled up to watch. That's why I'm my own #1 fan. Thank you. I'm really loving it. It's the yarn does all the work, and somebody else came up with it in my community. It wasn't even my idea. You know what I was just thinking? I haven't had to frog at all this time. Now that I had that thought and said it out loud, I'm going to do a big screw up that I'm going to have to frog. I bet. It's 7 different colors of Karen tea cakes. Not all of them are available anymore, but they are. I started with the dewberry plum cake, and then after that I went to rainfall, and then after that was ocean night, and then marine green, and now rainforest, which is the one I'm doing. It's advertised across everyone live, not to you. Oh, I thought somebody gave it to me. The tea cakes came from Michael's, but most of the colors are discontinued now, but they're still carrying about 4 colors. I think the Ocean Night is still available. I think they said, okay, rose for you. 1 coin. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I thought you meant somebody sent me the TikTok universe. How much does that TikTok universe cost? Let's see. Maybe I can send it to myself. Mirror, 30 coins. I have no coins, so I know they discontinue the colorways, and the Karen tea cakes, I don't, wow, 5K, dang. Yes, someone please send me that. Thank you so much. Now I can see the gifts. Maybe learning to crochet should be done with a big hook like that. It definitely will help. It's definitely easier when you're first starting out. It's like giving the little kids the big crayons, 34999 coins. Is that $5,000 in real money? That's silly. I'm hydrating. This is the oil I've been putting on my... The balloons was looked down too? What do you mean? Oh, thank you. No, I love it. I'm just... No. No, stop it, RG. No, that's not what I meant. 8mm. Don't cry. It's okay. I love your gifts. I mean, could you imagine sending somebody a $10,000 thing on gift on a TikTok live? I can't. That's crazy. That's silly. Thank you. You guys are too cute. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, RG. I think you misunderstood what I was saying. When color changing, how many rows do you do it to make the snowflake pop? You oh, I appreciate it. What I think I said was it is silly that they would have a $5,000 thing that they for people to give on here. That's what I meant. I I'm so sorry that that sounded like I was not appreciating the gifts that you were sending, because I really do appreciate them. Thank you. Okay. The question was curious, when color changing, how many rows do you do it to make the snowflake pop? So the snowflake effect is when you do the wide stripe, you change colors in between rows 2 and 3. That's these 2 rows. So right here. You change, you go from here to here in one color, and then you change. So it can be a little confusing because the pattern repeat goes from 2 to 7, and the color change on the snowflake goes from 3 to 2. It's really not. Um, it's a little tricky to get started. But it is a beginner level pattern. If you have never crocheted before, it's not the first thing I would suggest you try. Um, but it's really not that hard. It is a little tricky to get started. There's a little, setup in the beginning that it can be easy to miscount or make little silly mistakes that throw you off when you get to the end. And it can be really frustrating if you haven't crocheted a lot and you're not used to having to rip something out. Or if it's going to feel like, oh, you just wasted all this time if you rip it, um, then no. But I suggest everybody for the first time you do this, make a swatch. It does say, does give that advice in my pattern. A lot of people choose to skip swatching. But really in the case of this blanket, it is the best way to learn the stitches, learn the tricky bits, and figure it out before you start with a lot of stitches. Yeah, Amy, Kathy is asking, did you start your blanket? Your man blanket. Thanks for the follow. It's gonna be migrate to the couch time, I think, after this. How do you prevent it from being too tight and too loose? I'm doing this one a little bit tighter than I normally do, but you kind of control that through the hook size, using a hook size field trip. uh, like if I wanted this to be looser, I could just use a larger hook. I purposely used a little smaller hook than I normally would because I wanted it to be a little tighter, because it's going to stretch, it's going to loosen up. And I just know that from having made this same blanket version before. I mean, counting can be hard in crochet. If you have a really long, chain that you have to start with 241 chains, you can really get thrown off. Amy, Kathy was asking if you started your blanket. You were making a swatch last night when we saw you. Oh. You know what it says? 241 chains. Oh, that's one way to end a new hobby. That's why I tell you to do a swatch first, because can you imagine chaining that many and then, doing a single crochet across that many and then starting the next row, and you get to the end of the third row and it's like something's off and you don't know what, and you've done over 200 chains, and then it's like, what did I do? And that's when people cry. That's when people come to me and say mean things. Yes, I'm using 7 different colors of tea cakes, and I'm on the 5th one of the 7. There's that's about like the 4th one and the 3rd one there. And then it's really hard to, show it all. There's the beginning. It starts in the purples, and then it goes by the blue, through the blues, and then up through the greens, and it's starting to bring in a little bit. It's not me, it's the yarn doing it, starting to bring in a little more of the yellow tones. So the next one will be like yellow and orange. She figured out her starting chain, I believe. How many points did you say you were doing, Amy? 14? 14 points? I think she's doing 14 points. I feel myself slowing down too. Thank you for the rose. It's Karen Tea Cakes. Go to the couch. I will when either my timer goes off or I get to the end of this cake. Which I think my timer is going to be going off pretty soon. Go to the couch. Go to the couch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to the couch. It's almost couch time. And I can support my arms with pillows. I think that is what I'm going to need to do. It's not going to be as interesting though, because you're not going to be able to see my hands. Or, it's not going to be the work from overhead, which is, I think, what people really like to see. Attention, everybody. My yarn is changing colors. Hi, thanks for following. I mean, if I hold it up, you're not going to be able to see it at all. Because I have the camera pointing down to the table. Thank you. When I move over to the couch, I'll be able to hold it up and show it to you guys. Oh, your starting chain for your blanket? Started with the wooble, so I only know single chain and how to increase. Well, that's a lot. You would just have to learn how to double crochet to make this blanket. You need to know how to chain, single crochet, double crochet, and double crochet 3 together, which is double crochet, stitch. It's a combination of double crochet stitches. Determined to make my 5-star. You mean the 6-day star? It has 7 points. You'll love it. You already know how to go around and around because you did a wooble. So you know how to go around in a circle, but I'll tell you what, don't start your star with a magic circle. That's good for That's good for your amigurumis and your stuffies, but it's not good for a blanket. But it's the same idea. It goes around and around. And I just probably have to learn the double crochet and a little pattern reading. And I have tons of help. I have a bunch of videos where I sit there just like this and I make the whole thing. And you have the whole thing. You can sit there with me. Hi, Donna. Thank you. Yep, I'm still going. I'm thinking about migrating to the couch in a little bit here. I'm really slowing down. My shoulders are starting to ache a little bit, and I think it's from just the way I'm sitting in this chair, and I just kind of have to reach a little too far for my shoulders. I mean, I could try pushing I probably moved the chair back a little bit too far. A couple times I got up and farted around. You want to burn your yarn right now on round 3? Oh, come on. They're on my YouTube. You mean set up round 3? The 3rd round? No. Come on now. Don't overthink it and don't psych yourself out because it's me. It's not hard. It's easy. Come on, dude. 2 double crochet means you make 1 double crochet and then you make another double crochet in the next stitch. 2 double crochet does not mean 2 double crochet in the same stitch. If they want you to double crochet in the same stitch, they'll say 2 double crochet in the same stitch or space. But if it doesn't say that, and it just says 2 double crochet, that means you make a crochet in the next stitch and then you make another crochet in the next stitch. You're doomed. You're gonna frog. Come on. Thanks for sharing the live. It might be the Mets. If that's the case, just do whatever you want. Just do as many double crochets as you want, wherever you want to do them. I went out when you took a break. How far are you now? And I hope you do this again sometime. I am still on number 5 of 7 cakes. And I'm definitely feeling myself starting to slow down. Oh, because I'm going to frog. Because I'm going to mess up and frog. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep going in this chair because my arms are not very well supported. I might try and make I'm going to either make an adjustment when my timer goes off, which is about to go off. And if I don't feel better then I'm going to move to the couch or I'm going to stop because I don't want to hurt myself here. And I'm starting to feel a little too much stress in my shoulders. Well, I think I jinxed myself by saying I haven't had a frog this whole time. That's what my sister was teasing me about because I said, I'm going to have to frog. I haven't frogged, and now that I said so, I'm going to have to. I'm using a Furls Odyssey hook. It's an 8mm hook, and the yarn is 6 weight. I'm working it up a little bit tighter than I normally would, which is why what was I saying? Which is why it's tighter than... There's no way to show the whole thing. I'm sorry. There is no way to show it. Pillow. Yeah, I think my chair has to be closer. This is how many I did today. Oh no, I did 2 more than this. That was my hip cracking again. This one's next. Sunset Stroll, it's called. Where'd that pillow go that I had? Okay. I'm trying to squeeze in and I have the chair really close. All right. It is really hard to get in and out of this chair when it's so close. Oh my gosh. I put it too close. Now I feel like really trapped in here. Okay, that's better. I probably broke the chair. Okay. All right, the questions. I will, oh my gosh. Show the blanket, show the tag. Karen Tea Cakes. What was the name of the TikTok maker you said earlier made crochet blankets? I think it was Kate Makes Blankets. How long it takes? Usually takes about 6 days, but I've been working on this one all day. Hello, Oregon. Working on a C2C. The outer part of my right hand on the top is hurting from all the DC and front post DC. Wow. Well, I'm not getting up again because I just got up. So that's going to count as my 60-minute get up. And whoever doesn't like it can buy me the TikTok universe. I mean, what would be the conditions that somebody would get the TikTok universe gifted to them? I mean, maybe if there's someone like Keith Lee or something that's like trying to help, help people, or what's that guy's name? That the one with the pen that flips his hair over. I know I'm supposed to move to the couch, but I did adjust my chair and bring in another pillow, and I'm okay right now. It did help with my shoulders. I can my shoulders are relaxed. It just, you saw how awkward it was getting into this chair and how the squeaking. Sometimes this will go numb if you're leaning too much on this. But front post, those post crochets, stitches are really hard on your wrist. A ribbed beanie. You've made 12 ribbed beanies in the last week. That's cool. I have RA and fibromyalgia, so I know all about the numbness. Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think my body is really I mean, I feel like I'm holding up good with this, but I'm starting to feel some little twinges and some little things here and there. Nothing major, but I feel like if I keep going and keep pushing that I could really hurt myself. And I don't think watching this from the couch is going to be fun. I mean, I could try it. I'm on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. What are your tips in crocheting? My number one tip is keep it positive. And that means a lot of things. It means life is too short to work with yarn you don't like, and crocheting things, gifts and things for people who don't appreciate it. Enjoy the work, enjoy it. Put loving intentions into it, If you're sitting there mad, angry, and frustrated, then it's probably a good idea to set the project down and go do something else for a while and come back when you're feeling better, because crochet is meant to be enjoyed. It's not meant to be, um, perfect. And it's not a competition. A lot of people just beat themselves up when it doesn't go exactly right. Um, I don't know what that Ravel Me link is, but this isn't the snowflake blanket. This is the 6-day kid blanket. Yeah, even just on this live tonight, how many people have said, like, oh, I can't get it right. Oh, you know, lots of things, lots of little negative things. So enjoy it. You're learning something new. It's meant to be fun. There's no contest. There's no crochet police that are gonna come knock on your door and say, did you chain 3 when you were supposed to chain 2? Or did did you use an F hook when the pattern called for a G hook? Okay, I did it. I skipped a row. Let's see, did I do it across the whole row? Yes, I did. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Yeah, Andrew, I think you're really hard on yourself. I think we think it's going to make us better, if we like hold ourselves to these really tough standards and we like, you know, just berate ourselves in our own mind, but really it doesn't. Tough love never works. Crochet is meant to be enjoyed. And then my next piece of advice, I would say, lay it down and admire it. At the end of every row, lay it down often and admire it. Look it over and say, oh, I'm doing a good job. This looks good. Look what I made. Look what I can do. And then while you're doing that, you might notice if there's a big mistake, something really obvious that you did. I kind of learned that one from my daughter, who is a photographer, and we were at, she used to come and photograph my dance concerts sometimes, and and I'm also like an amateur dance photographer myself. Um, I learned how to take photos just so I could, it was just easier sometimes to just be the one to take photos, or if the photographer didn't show up, or if I didn't like what they did, or whatever. So she was there shooting, and I was shooting, and I said, would you like to look at what I shot? And she said, sure, I'll take a look at it. And she has a degree. She's a really amazing photographer and artist. And she scrolled through my photos and she said, because I would just be there like click, 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 shooting everything. My photographs were basically like, you could just look at them one after the other, and they were practically a video of the dance. And she said, what I want you to do is to stop about every 10 frames and look at what you shot. Take a look at what you shot, because you're just shooting all these frames, and and the lighting is not good in any of them. So shoot a couple and then check the lighting and then make an adjustment and then shoot a couple more, but I want you to look at them. So if you're just kind of flying along crocheting, and a lot of us do it to escape our thoughts or escape stress, to de-stress, and so sometimes we just go along and we just go without stopping, but it's not good for you. You have to stop every once in a while and take a look at what you're doing. And then my third piece of advice is make a swatch. I'm on cake number 5. 5 of 7. If the pattern says make a swatch, make a swatch! No, I'm doing the 6-day kit blanket. Advice number 4. Don't fall for all the new techniques or shortcuts just because they have the word magic in front of them. I don't know why in the fiber arts people like to call things magic this and magic that. None of it is magic. Magic knots come undone, and they're not magic at all. Magic circle or magic loop or however it is you start your amigurumi. It's a great way to start amigurumi. Not a great way to start a blanket or a granny square. It'll come undone. RS means right side. What number am I up to on my advice? Was that 4? Number 5, advice number 5, learn to read patterns. Don't rely on videos. Learn to read patterns, because there's only so much you're going to be able to do. You're going to be stuck in the land of the projects that are like blankets that are just one stitch, or things that are just one stitch. If you just only can crochet off of a video and you refuse to learn how to read patterns. Yeah, right side of the work. There's a right side and a wrong side. Yeah, starting the chain, the end will be on the right, if you're looking at the right side. Yeah, learn to read patterns. And the first thing, yeah, that's where you started the chain. The first step to making something off of a pattern is to read the entire pattern from start to finish before you start the project. And if it says make a swatch, make a swatch. Do what the pattern says. I can't tell you how many people come to me for help and ask questions about my pattern and then they don't want to do what I suggest. And they're like, um, you know, could you just point me in the video? Tell me where the video is. I'm like, all right, but I don't think that's going to help you. I mean, I'm available right here. I'm telling you what to do, but could I just have the video? It's like when I was taking violin lessons and my violin teacher had a sign on her wall, this little plaque that said, "When all else fails, try doing what your teacher suggested." Yeah, once you do it, it's anyone, once you do it, you get used to it and you learn. Callie says, what's your favorite way to start a granny square? Chain 4 and join with a loop. And then I will weave that end of that back in and around under those stitches, going in one direction and then the other. I always weave in ends. Always. If pattern doesn't designate a row for the right side, then I use the first row back the chain as the right side, so tail is to my left. I'm not sure why I'm not sure why now I need to know the context, because I don't know where in the man blanket I said was the right side. You have all else fails, read the directions. And a lot of the time, the people that have difficulty with the directions, reading the directions, are people that have been crocheting for a while, and they read something and in a pattern, and they're not exactly sure what it means, or they think they don't understand it, and so they assume what it means, or they think, well, this is different from the way I did this in this other pattern, so I'm going to do it the way I did it in the other pattern because it was right, because it's what they know. So it's like when people like just substitute for what they do know, rather than just like following along the pattern if it like doesn't seem right to them. They look at it and they go, this doesn't seem right. I'm going to do this, but it's usually the people that know a lot about crochet, or know a little bit about crochet. Are you working from a pattern? Yes, it's the 6-Day Kid Blanket. It's free on my site, bettymcknit.com. I'm using Karen Tea Cakes. Yes, it is soft. It's very soft. I think that pattern I think where it says RS right side, it's just telling you this is the right side of the work. I think. I don't remember where I put it or why I put it in there. I think it only matters later when you go to do the edge, the border. Thanks for the follows. It is pretty. It is a pretty green. Good night, Kathy. Yeah, I feel like I've really slowed down. I think I'm going to finish this cake and I think I'm going to call it. It's been a great marathon, but I don't think I'm going to make it too much further tonight. This cake feels like it has taken way longer than any of the others. What time did I start it? Does anyone know? Nobody knows. What time was I taking my break and eating that soup? That ramen. What time was that? I'm starting to die. I'm just starting to like fade right out. Whoops. 8:30. Okay, so it was an hour and a half. Della, the pattern gives the right side, and that's what she didn't know what RS means. 7. Yeah, I felt like it was earlier, so this cake has taken me like way longer than any of the others. Well, maybe because I had to frog too, because I did frog. I feel myself that I have slowed way down in the last hour or so, and I think I'm going to call it. I think I'm going to be done. It's the 6-day kit blanket, and it's free on my website. You can also purchase an ad-free PDF copy there. I have a TikTok store. On the front page of my TikTok, you can find my pattern store, and you can purchase an ad-free PDF pattern through there. I don't know when I'll get back on here to do this, though, another marathon. Well, it won't take a whole marathon to finish, but after this, I will have 2 cakes of crochet of blanket to go and 1 cake of border. So that's 3 cakes. Thank you. Nope, it's a cake yarn. It's called Karen Tea Cakes. It changes colors on its own, but I am using several different colorways of yarn to create like a rainbow effect. So I would say I got the gold medal in the crochet games. But I made it, let me see, this is my 5th skein and I have 3 left. So I made it past the halfway point. I've been working on it for 10 hours, yes. I took breaks. I feel like I'm moving so slow right now. We'll see how my body feels after this. How I feel tomorrow. The way to go faster in crochet is just to keep crocheting. You know, the longer you crochet, the faster you will go. And do everything you can to relax your hands. I think your hands being relaxed helps you go faster. I think this, because I'm crocheting with a tighter kind of tighter tension on this one, is slowing me down a little bit. It will slow you down. Yeah, I'm gonna go to either the end of this cake or the 60-minute timer, and then I think I'm gonna be done because I'm just moving so slow. I'm gonna just keep slowing down and slowing down and slowing down until I'm not even crocheting at all. Thanks for following. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody who has come through the live tonight, today, all day. TikTok's gonna love me. They're gonna be like, what the heck? Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I get to go every day. I love my life. I love living here. It's really great when it's like really nice and warm at the beach. And there's no one there, you know, because it's the off season. It's like I have the whole place to myself, like me and just a few other people walking by. I love it. Um, how do you crochet without looking? You know, I do look at it. I think I just glance down at it, and you don't see me glancing down at it so much. But yeah, it's just another one of those things that takes practice. You practice it, and then you just get good at it. Yeah, I would say this is a beginner pattern. I wouldn't make it the first thing you've ever crocheted, but you need to know how to chain, how to single crochet, how to double crochet, how to double crochet three together. And there's a lot of counting. The setup is a little tricky. I do have a lot of videos to help you. I have a whole Facebook group to help you, the 6-Day Kid Blanket Facebook group. I think that the 6-Day Star Blanket is actually easier than the 6-Day Kid Blanket. So if you, I think that's a better place to start. Carrie says we started a local crochet group and we are growing each week. Congratulations. Yeah, this was a heck of a harebrained idea. I don't know when I'll go again. I might be able to go next Wednesday again, but not for the whole day. I might be able to do like, the afternoon, several hours in the afternoon. So maybe I'll plug that into my calendar and then I can advertise it and people can join in if they want to. Yes, there's a hexagon cardigan, 6-day hexagon cardigan. The pattern is also available for free on my site with the paid option. Ad-free PDF. Paid option. It's a pattern kind of like the 6-day kit blanket. It's like a template and it gives you all the options so you kind of design your own. So I give you a hood option, I give you options for length, I show you how to size it. You can put pockets on it. Good night. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm just about done myself. I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to finish this cake and I'm going to call it. I think I have done enough. And my camera just died again. There it goes. I feel like I'm a wind-up toy, winding down. Just going like slower and slower and slower. I just feel myself going slower and slower. Ah. Whoops. Yes, they are. I'm sorry to say. But there are some really beautiful colors. You can do this in with 8 tea cakes of the same color. You don't need to, you don't have to do all different, 8 different, 7 different colors like what I'm doing. I think you might be able to get some off of Etsy and the secondary market. You might be able to find some that way. It's too big to show the whole thing. When I finish up the live, which I'm going to do in shortly, I will bring my phone down off of the overhead and I'll show you then. I've been using the Karen Latte cakes. Talk about so soft. Favorite throw blanket ever. I saw somebody using that for something, and I have like one of those that I bought. It's up there on my shelf, and I bought it just to try it out. Sometimes I'll try things out just so I can tell people what I think about it, and I never did anything with it. And then I saw somebody making like a sweater or something out of it, and I was like, wow, that is like so pretty. And what is it? And I like never say that on people's videos, like, what yarn is that? And it was that latte cakes. And I was like, what the heck? Or the cloud cakes, maybe the cloud cakes. I don't know. I got all these different cakes. Thanks for sharing the live. I really appreciate everybody that's been here, giving gifts and following. And you think I will fall in love with it? Okay. I'll make something for myself out of that cloud cake I have. Almost there. Hey, Jackie. How you doing? Okay, see if I hold it up, you won't see anything TikTok. But if you're on YouTube, you will. And I usually lay it down at the end of every row, but even so, you can't really see too much of it. I'm doing okay. My hands are holding out. My shoulders are maybe not so great. But I am just slowing down so much that I think I'm gonna after I finish this cake, I'm gonna stop, because this last cake has taken me like 2 hours, and they only take me like a little, an hour and a half or whatever to do, but this one's been about 2 hours, so I have definitely slowed way down. And I think I might finish up next Wednesday afternoon. I have to look at my calendar when I get off of here. But I'll put something on the schedule this time so people can join in and bring their projects, and y'all can stretch along with me. Well, thank you, Jackie. This is the I think I gave you a full set of tea cakes when you were here, that you can do one. This is the, what is it? Rainforest. It's the rainforest, and this is the 5th one. 5 of 7. I've done 5. Yeah, this is the 5th one. I'm finishing up the 5th one, but I'm really slowly grinding to a halt. So I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to be done for the day, I think. So I have 2 more cakes to go on the blanket, and then I have 1 more to go around the edge. And when I do the edge, I usually just do a row of single crochet and a row of half double crochet. That's all I do for an edge on this, because it has all the color. It has, it doesn't need anything too fancy, and it takes an entire cake to go all the way around twice. So yes, I have to full it out. Okay, rainforest is beautiful. 5 so far. Yep. Thank you, Jackie. I just love you so much. You're always so supportive, and I'm so sad thinking about you and Mike both being laid up like that. And you must have been so scared. I wonder what my phone is going to say about, like, you know how your phone tells you how much watch time you have done, and it always like makes me so mad. I'm like, leave me alone, let me live. Hey, Orlando. I love Orlando, Florida. I like Florida. Mine says 51 hours of TikTok. I know. It's going to be bad. It gives you like the average time, how many hours per day you're on your phone. I've been on TikTok since 11 a.m., almost 12 hours straight. I've been live. I got a lot of followers. How many followers do I have? I can't see from here where I am. Thanks so much. Thanks for the gifts. I don't know who was here earlier, if they're still here, that thought I was like making fun of the gifts they were giving me. I don't know. I don't know. What the heck? 104 watching. That's a lot for me. That is really a lot for me. I am just amazed. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it. This has been really fun. I just hope I didn't give myself tendonitis. I'm an athlete. I'm a crochet athlete. I'm a crochet marathoner. Thanks for the follow. I'm making a blanket, and I'm about to finish up, but I promise when I before I end this live that I will stand up with the blanket and I'll show you the entire thing. But it is the 6-day kit blanket. I'm using Karen tea cakes. It takes 7 different colors, and this is the 5th of 7. It's the 5th one I've done today. I started from the beginning at 11 a.m. and now it's almost 11 p.m. and I've done 5 of the 7 cakes. It's made with Karen tea cakes, which is a 5-weight yarn, and I'm using an 8mm Furls Odyssey crochet hook, which is an ergonomic hook. What else? The pattern is the 6-day kit blanket. It's free on my website, bettymcknit.com. It's an ad-free PDF that you can purchase. My pattern store. All my patterns are free on my site, so you can go and check them out before you buy them if you want to. This is all there is left. Woo! Wow, wish I had the time. Well, this is what I do. I crochet. I'm a crochet business owner. So I actually carved out the time and set aside this time to do a marathon live today and try to make a whole blanket. The finished dimensions will be 50 by 60. Aw. Thank you, Queen Bee. You are so kind. I love it. I back in, I don't know, right before this pattern went viral for like the 3rd time, and I was not aware it had ever gone viral before then. Um, I was going through a very difficult time, and I wasn't sure. I was going through a divorce, and I wasn't sure how I was going to, what I was going to do for work, because I was having some physical issues. I used to be a dance professor at a college, and I had to give up teaching dance because of my physical problems. And I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and I was laughing, and we were crocheting, and she knew about all my problems and supported me through my divorce. And but we used to have so much fun sitting and crocheting together and laughing, and I remember saying, wouldn't it be great if I could crochet and make money doing this? Ha 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 ha, and just laughing and laughing. And now here I am. I'm sitting here crocheting and laughing along with all of you. And this is what I do now. And it's amazing. You're about to go live for the first time this weekend. If you think of it, and I won't task you with this because you have a lot going on, but if you think of it, send me the live or have someone send me the live so I can pop in and support you. But yeah, do a marathon. Just take care of yourself, take care of your body. Thank you, Jackie. You're the best. And thank you, Queen Bee. You are too kind. Aw, thank you. Thanks, Trudy. You guys are great. Aw. Thank you. Appreciate it. No, if you let me know when you go, and if I'm if I'm around, and if I see it, I'll pop in and just send you a little love. Thank you. You guys are great. I mean, whoever knew that a crochet pattern could, bring so many people together and create community and create so much fun and support. And I can tell you it's really been a blessing to my life, and I couldn't ask for more, really. I love what I'm doing. Aw, thank you. Y'all are really sweet. It's the 6-day kid blanket, so it's not really one stitch, but it's like a series of 6 rows. Yeah, I felt when I lifted my arm up like that, my shoulder is like, time to stop. Time to stop. Really hope I'm not in pain tomorrow. Oh, okay. It's got a little extra piece, but it's coming to the end. I got a little extra piece, and I'm also at the end of a row, and I'm just going to take that as a sign that this is a good place to stop. It's the 6-day kid blanket. Yeah. Did I answer that already? It's not really just one stitch. It's like a series of stitches, of rows. Yeah, thanks, Debbie. So supportive. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Really, I have the best supporters, and I would have stopped a long time ago if it hadn't been for people like Jackie and Debbie and my sister that pops on, and a lot of you. I know there are a lot of you that I probably don't even know are out there. Okay. Oh, all right. YouTube can see me, but TikTok cannot. Whoops. I'm just like dropping stuff left and right. All right, TikTok. let me do this. There you go. Woohoo! It's almost like perfectly square. It's already stretching out. Feels really nice. It's like really soft and squishy and yummy. All right, my friends. I'm going to get going. Thank you all so much for being here. Got through 12 repeats on my big blanket, working 2 rows 2 to 4. I think it might be long enough to start the border. Great. Great. All right, everybody. Bye. Love you. See you soon.